What are your views on that, Steve?
Well, I mean, the longer we tried, and I mean, there was no lack of commitment, but we just lacked that cutting edge in the last third, the final pass. You know, we didn't really, we found it difficult, I have to say. You know, West Brom set up with 5 in midfield, and I thought their 2 centre-backs and their goalkeeper were excellent. The 2 centre-backs I thought were excellent. We found it one of those frustrating days where, in the end, you take a point and you move on, because my goalkeeper's made a great penalty save, and the save from Gardner was arguably the save of the season so far. So with that in mind, you know, it was a 0-0, unfortunately, written all over it, unfortunately.
It's a frustration that you've sort of stopped the rot, if you like. You know.
Well, the first aim to always do is to stop that rot, and there's an unbelievable expectation about us now. You know, we've got West Brom at home, we're expected to beat them. Last year when we played West Brom at home, it was no expectation, and that's what we've created. So we have to take a point, move on. The disappointing thing for me is just not being able to create that opportunity that we needed today, and we had 1 or 2, 3 really good opportunities. We missed the pass in particular. However, it was one of them games where it was a 0-0, as I said, written all over it. Yep. I have to say this about, I've got the hugest respect for Neil Ashton. For me, it's a poor piece of journalism, a bit like my performance today. That's not acceptable just because it's Hatton Ben Arfa. There's no bust-up. I think you understand, I take a player off and he's not injured in 35 minutes, then I'm not quite happy with him. But as for this bust-up, that's not true at all. Of course, he's not happy about being taken off. But then again, David Myler hasn't been happy, or Paul McShane hasn't been happy for the last 3 months that they haven't been in the team. So, you know, he's going to be treated like everybody else. And when he spurs back by training hard and working hard and trying to get himself back into the team. But he was available for selection, yeah.
When you brought him in, you were saying this is the kind of match that maybe just one touch, one bit of magic from Ben Arfa, you know, could have won it. So was it disappointing to you?
Yeah, it's disappointing for me that I have to make the decision that I have to make at Old Trafford, and I also have to run a team and pick people on merit and what they're doing and working for the team, especially Hull, you know. And no matter what, in my opinion anyway, no matter who you play for in the Premier League, there's got to be a work rate and an attitude to make sure you do something for the team. And for me, the team is always against any individual, even though something like today might have been his place, but he didn't earn enough at Old Trafford to be amongst the substitutes today or on Wednesday. The rest's up to him now. It's simply up to him.
When you said it's not personal, of course it isn't, but by saying that, you'd like his attitude to be better.
No, his attitude has been okay. I haven't got any problems with his personality, the way he is, his attitude. He simply has to roll his sleeves up and work for the cause. There's no disputing that he's got ability, but ability isn't enough in this level. So he'll be treated like everybody else who's treated. And you're not playing well, then you don't play. Simple as that.
Is there any question that at the moment bringing him?
Well, in my experience, we've got now 4 or 5 weeks up until January. I could lose 3 or 4 next week, and then there's a chance that he may be back in. But we'll see what December, January brings, and have a sit down with him and see where we all are. Jegelevic was ill, unfortunately, and therein lies. I don't want to make excuses. I don't think it's me, but therein lies our problem. We started the season with Jelic and Hernandez up front. We're a threat, a goal threat, and Jelic unfortunately damaged his knee against Arsenal. And Hernandez in particular has been back and forward to Uruguay. Diarmi we've lost through injury. Ramirez with a suspension. We've got to stay with it, and the players that we've brought in have now know what we're all about, and I'm still convinced that we've got enough in the squad to be better than what we were last year. It's a tough time at the minute, but I still think we've got enough to see us through. Ill, sick, yeah, overnight, yeah. So he wasn't fit to start.
When you came in, you said you lacked a cutting edge, and I just wondered how you fix that.
How you fix it? Well, well, you can keep working away on the training ground with it. We can hope, no problem, Ken. We can hope that Jelavic and Hernandez stays right, because they're crucial. You're always good as your centre forwards. We've seen Shawnee. I thought he was our brightest player in the first half in particular. You know, we have to find that right blend. Ramirez is now available, so we have to find a blend which made us a threat in the first part of the season. But certainly, the effort and the determination, I'd rather see what I've seen today than what I've seen against Burnley and what I've seen against Manchester last week. So we have to find that balance, which we're always up against at the minute.
How is Shawnee, Steve? Presumably he's struggling for match fitness.
Well, hey, listen, he's played 2 hours now in a week, and he's never played 2 hours at this level for ever. So it's good to see him back on the pitch again. I thought he was our brightest player. I expected him to tire, which he did do, but I'm just delighted that he's back playing again.